Hey guys, my name is Radhika and today I'm going to answer the question how to overcome your fear and start your freelance content writing career. When we say the term freelance content writing, the first thing that comes to mind is how am I going to do it all alone? Freelancing is primarily working independently, being all on your own, and getting those clients, delivering exceptional content, getting those testimonials and creating your own online presence. So, if fear is crippling you and you're thinking, how am I going to do it alone? How will I be able to build a brand for myself? How will I be able to secure those clients? So much competition, and there's a lot of work to do as well when there's competition. So, let's get started. First thing that you need to think of is your goals. Keep your goals in mind. Write a goal down every day regardless of how many uh, minutes you decide to dedicate to your work of freelancing, of course. So put that time aside and follow your plan every day. All you need to do is write your goal down. Say, for instance, today your goal is to check out freelancing websites and see what kind of requirement is there and how many people have applied for it, what kind of response they have got, and how you can stand out among those many people who are applying. If you are looking for a specific niche to write for, check out the requirements posted only for that particular niche and the amount of words that they require on an average and the kind of money that is being paid for it. So based on that, you'll get an idea of what kind of content is mostly preferred for the niche that you are aiming to write for. Another day, your goal might be to write a piece of content for your own blog so that if there's a potential client who wants to hire you, and you can point them out to your blog or your website where they can see the kind of content you have already delivered. So your blog or your website becomes your online portfolio where anyone can come in and read the kind of work you do. That is where they get a sense of the quality, the kind of niches you write for, and your expertise in each. Another day, your goal can be applying for a certain number of jobs. Say yet another day, your goal can be securing, right, pitching to clients, applying for those freelancing gigs, and getting those gigs to yourself. So once you land a gig, obviously your goal would be to write an exceptional quality content and include all the essential things in the blog content and submit it on the due time or even before that, right? So this is how your goals basically vary on a day-to-day basis for freelance content writing. So once you have your goal set in mind for the day, all you need to do is look at your clock and sit on your table on the set time, get that work done in those few minutes, be it 15 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes, or an hour. The amount of time you can dedicate to your work, that is the investment you make initially to create your own online presence, to establish your clients, to get people to know you, and to interact with other freelancers. Right? So the first step would be to set a goal and to work the goal. The second step is to take the first step. Of course, when you have written down your goal, don't miss to actually carry out the action that is required for it. It's easy to make excuses and have commitments through the day, but only the one who takes action is the one who wins, regardless of how much time you can dedicate for it. You make sure you do it. All right. And the next thing that you need to go for is follow the rules. Following the rules is not very difficult in content writing as a freelancer because there's a set process that all freelance content writers follow. First is to have your own blog. It could be a free blog, it could be a paid blog. All you need to do is have those kind of articles on that blog, on your blog, of course. Or you can create a portfolio within your website wherein you portray the kind of content that you can write, be it blog content, be it website content, be it specifically SEO optimized content, be it optimizing web pages or for a specific brand, for a specific niche of product. So that is where you display your expertise in. The next would be to apply for gigs. Post that would be to write and deliver results. And then, of course, the most important part for any freelancer, to get those client testimonials and display it proudly throughout your online portals, be it your social media profiles, be it your workplace. Your workplace obviously is your blog or your freelancing websites where you have your profile set up. So showcase your testimonials everywhere possible, right? Because when freelancing is a space where anyone can work from anywhere in the world for anyone in the world. So if a potential client wants to see the kind of work you've done and the results you've delivered, they'll obviously want to look at the kind of testimonials you've got before, right? So this is a very simple breakdown of the process, or the rules that you need to follow for freelancing. Of course, there's a lot more that goes into when you're writing content and all of that, but these are the four basic steps. So once you've done this, once you've established your online presence, it is the word of mouth that gets you more work, right? So without delaying, start preparing, planning, and putting in those hours into building your freelancing career. If you're thinking, how am I going to do it alone? You don't have to worry about that, because this channel is always there to guide you and give you all the tips and tricks you require to be able to work independently. More so, if you are very new and fresh to writing, you have an interest in writing, this is the first time you're going to write a blog, I strongly recommend you get trained at your own pace by using our freelance blog writing course. It